everyone, it's Laura from Laura's Handcrafted Treats and Treasures. Welcome to or back to my channel. All right, this is going to be the first in a series for 2025. I am going to be making treat or gift type sets that you can do for Christmas, that you can give away or do for parties, or your craft might be a craft show. A lot of these I do use in my craft show and they go very well. But I'm going to be featuring Carolyn's Musings papers in everything that I do throughout this series. I have 8 scheduled. They're going to come out in November. So this will be the first one, first Sunday, and then Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday. So that's my goal. And this is going to be the first one we get started with. So for today, I am working with Vintage Gingerbread Bakery. This was one of the background papers for that kit. It's gorgeous. Go grab it. Vintage Country Farm. Now that's when we get to like the fussy cuts. You're going to see that. Gingerbread Men Fussy Cuts and Gingerbread Paper Doilies. I'm not using them all, but I'm going to show them to you so to give you ideas. And the first one that we're going to make is a little treat pouch. Now this one's really simple. You've probably seen it before, but it's just an idea maybe to bring back to say, oh, hey, I forgot about doing them, and look at how simple that they really are. So first what we're going to do is I have cut my paper down. I've gotten all the white off of the paper because knowing me, I'm going to end up forgetting about it and then cut it into my project. So what I've done is I've done double-sided. This is both from the Gingerbread Bakery Company. For this one, you need a double-sided. And then this is just the pouch measurement that I like to use. Sells well at my craft shows. And it's 6 by 6. But if you take any measurement, 7 by 7, 8 by 8, 9 by 9, or 4 by 4, you're going to end up with this little pouch. It just has to be square. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Now I'm not going to need that piece, but what I'm going to do is save these because I'm sure they're going to come in handy at another time. All right, normally what I do is I buy 6 by 6 already ready to go. So this isn't, if you're using digitals, of course you're going to be using a lot more paper and a lot more ink. So if you just need a few of these, that's fine. This will work for you. Maybe you've got a party of 8 coming for dinner, and then you have this. All right, so let's move that aside. And who knows, this one actually could be used in another one that in the series that I have coming up. Okay, so this one is really simple. When I get my 6 by 6, of course, I don't really have a raw edge because they're already just pre-made that way. And then I just like to smooth these edges down because my cutter, it kind of gets into that groove, and I probably push too hard is what the problem is. So it kind of leaves this little lip on there. But I'm going to go ahead and ink these up. Now, I could sit and take the time and be like, well, I don't need to ink this part because you're not going to see it, da-da-da-da. But, no, I mean, who's got time for that? I'll just ink it. And then I don't have to think about it, right? I just get it inked up. So I'm using papers, like I said, they were last year. Most of them that I know of were last year. And I'm sure Miss Carolyn is going to be coming out. I'm filming these ahead of time. So I'm sure she's going to be coming out with a lot of new Christmas papers, which I'm really into. Her fall ones are really, really my favorite right now. I've done fall things for craft shows, but they don't really sell well. People are more focused on those quick Christmas gifts that they can give away. So we've got all that done, and then you're just going to have to decide which side do you want up. Do you want it to go this way? And this is why I like to use a non-directional. Then I don't have to think about where all the little Christmas trees go. if they're going slanting or this one's not right. So I like to use just non-directional. So all we're going to do is we're going to feed that up to that point. Okay. And this one is, like I said, so simple. And then we're going to bring this one down. And then I kind of like to measure it in between just to make sure I'm not getting it wonky. And we're going to bring that down like this. So up to the point, bring this one down. Go ahead and get your crease in there. I don't use a bone folder for creasing these because I want a little bit of give. It doesn't need to be so stiff. Okay, and then I am using 110 pen and gear paper. So I'm going to bring one side to the bottom. Now, like I said, some of you are like, oh yeah, I've probably made these 100 times. For you, maybe this isn't the project, but I know there are probably some out there like, oh, that's really neat. I've never seen those before. I think I want to make some. So that is why I'm doing this. I'm going to bring the other side over and just pinching these edges down. And then that is going to come over like this. And then what I like to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue over here. And get that glued down over on this little corner. Get that glued down. Like I said, I don't need the whole thing to be just like stiff and all glued down. And then I'm going to take the portion that we first folded and I'm going to glue that down. And then you'll have just a little bit, I don't make it go all the way, down here. It can have a little bubble. Just makes it look a little more 3D, I guess. All right, so that is a simple little pouch. And then I would, if I'm doing them for craft shows, I just mass make and then I go back and put little sayings on them. But for this one, we're going to look through some of these fussy cuts. So I have had some of these for a while, and that is what I'm doing right now, is I'm fussy cutting all of this stuff. I'm trying to use my brother's scan and cut if I can. If it detects the line, then I'm using that. But all of this stuff came from everything that I had mentioned. All of the links will be in the description box below. So we have the Doily Gingerbread men. Now they're a little big. You could always print these two to a page, or two to a page, like a 5x7, shrink them down, and then you'll have that little medallion there. But these I thought were kind of nice too. And these, I'm pretty sure it came from one of these kits. But yeah, I've just gone through, and you could also do something like, for this one, I would probably make my own circle and then put that in the middle of it. Let's see, Snowman's too big. He's kind of cute. Yeah, he's kind of cute. Okay, I'm going to leave that one aside. Oh, I have a star. No, don't love it. I don't love that one. Oh, I had this one. I don't remember which kit. That would be a good one. But I'm still leaning towards this one of these little gingerbread guys. This would be a good one. Happy Holidays. Although I do like the white against that. But I think I'm going to go with the little gingerbread guy. Okay, I want this one because he's so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this as well, just to give it a little bit more pizzazz. Although I think this one was cut, yeah, it had to have been cut on the scan and cut, because I don't cut that well. I don't fussy cut that well. I try to use the scan and cut at any opportunity, but sometimes it does not detect the lines, so I have to do them by hand, but that's all right. All right, so, and then I may get something that says like Merry Christmas, but I think I want to puff him up. So I'm just going to get my little foam tape here and just put that on the back. And then you have a cute little treat pouch, and this is what you can put in it. My go-to are these York peppermint patties, but you could put a little cookie, a little gingerbread cookie, some of those little Biscoff cookies. Oh, and then up here, I will put a bow. So I did find this little wood butterfly, but it really needs a bow. So I found this, and I'm going to show you bunny ears. Now, some people were laughing at me because I said, okay, we had to make bows for a card class. I said, okay, make your bunny ears. And some are like, I don't make good bows. I'm like, okay, this is how I do it. Make your bunny ears. And they're like, what? I'm like, that's how I learned to tie my shoe. Isn't that how you learned how to tie your shoe? So I have my 2 bunny ears. I flip one over the other into that space, then pull and adjust. And then you have a bow. I don't need it to be super huge, so I'm going to try to make it small. That looks pretty good. And then use my scissors that I only use for fabric, these particular ones, for cutting bows. And then if you need to poof these out a little bit, I just take a pencil or anything that's rounded, and I just round them back out after I'm done tugging and pulling on them. There we go. And then you can either use a dot of glue or you can use a glue dot. I'm going to use a dot of glue. It's going to take me a minute for it to dry, but that's okay. It will work. And there you have a cute little gift treat. Wouldn't these be cute for a small ladies group that you were going to be doing a little tea party or something like that? A little tea, a girl's tea. So there you have it. All right, that's number 1. Number 2 is going to be coming, so you're going to want to check back. Have a great day. Bye.